The President of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, has officially removed Kayode Egbetokun from his position as Inspector General of Police, ending one of the most controversial tenures in recent memory. After months, if not years, of intense public scrutiny, legal battles, and internal criticism of how he led the Nigeria police force, the decision is now final and has already caused reactions within the force and across the country. Egbetokun's time as the nation's police boss was marked by a series of scandals and debates about legitimacy and governance. Many Nigerians and civil society figures had long argued that he should not have remained in office past the statutory retirement age or beyond established norms governing police leadership. These criticisms weren't just from social media or ordinary citizens. Lawyers filed court actions challenging his continuation in office. Activists like Omoyele Sowore repeatedly called him an illegal IGP, and human rights organizations publicly condemned perceived abuses and tenure extensions. But what really set this moment apart was the tension behind the scenes of power in Abuja. Sources familiar with the matter say that when the decision to remove Egbetokun was being finalized, there were significant discussions at the highest level of the presidency. According to reports, the First Lady Remi Tinubu reportedly favored keeping Egbetokun in his post, arguing by all accounts that continuity or stability in the police leadership was important. Despite her view, President Tinubu was reportedly adamant in his decision to relieve him of his duties, saying that the controversies and perceived mishandling of the office were too significant to overlook. The mood within the Nigeria police force following the announcement was described as mixed. Some officers were said to have expressed jubilation, suggesting that many within the ranks were ready for new leadership and a fresh start. That reaction speaks volumes about the internal dynamics of the force and suggests that morale issues, leadership credibility, and perceptions of fairness played a part in how Egbetokun's tenure will be remembered. Stepping into the role on an interim basis is Tunji Disu, a senior police officer whose appointment is already the subject of attention. Analysts will be watching closely how Disu handles the transition, particularly since he is expected to deal with the lingering challenges that many Nigerians feel the police force has failed to address under the previous leadership. If you found this update insightful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss breaking news like this. We will continue to follow this story as it develops and bring you the latest verified updates from reliable sources. One of the high-profile critics, human rights lawyer Deji Adeyanju, argued repeatedly that the police institution could not be reformed while Egbetokun remained in command, saying the force had devolved into conduct that eroded trust and compromised public safety. Other voices also questioned the legality of his stay in office after he reached the mandatory retirement age, and legal cases were filed to challenge his continued leadership. Over the past year, controversial issues surrounded the IGP's office beyond legal actions. A widely discussed dispute involved allegations of favoritism in promotions, particularly around a senior officer closely associated with Egbetokun, which drew the attention of civil rights activists and became part of the public debate about transparency and merit in the police force. Courts have been involved in related proceedings, and the police force itself engaged in public responses to challenges from critics like Omoyele Sowore. Despite the controversy, Egbetokun also had moments where segments of the public acknowledged aspects of his leadership. In recent reporting, communities have publicly appreciated police interventions in local disputes, pointing to instances where his directives helped enforce court rulings or maintain peace in contested situations. The tensions and disagreements over his role highlighted a larger national conversation about policing in Nigeria.
President Tinubu in past months had issued directives aimed at refocusing the police on core security functions, such as ordering the withdrawal of officers guarding VIPs across the country as part of broader security reforms. Implementation of those orders was uneven and sometimes controversial, with some police officers still found in positions the directives sought to eliminate. As Nigerians reflect on today's news, it's clear this decision marks a pivotal moment for the country's law enforcement leadership. Many will watch closely how the new acting leadership, and eventually a substantive replacement if appointed, navigates the challenges of restoring public confidence, tackling insecurity, and re-energizing the Nigeria police force to serve all citizens effectively. If this transition leads to renewed reforms and a stronger commitment to justice and constitutional order, it could reshape the narrative around policing in the nation. If you are following this story and want to stay updated with development and deeper analysis, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future updates and expert breakdowns of what's happening in Nigeria's security and governance landscape.